Alright, this is your boy Stark OJ, and this video is gonna be me. As you can tell, it's titled "Debunking All the BC Cap." There's probably a lot more that I'm not gonna get into this list, but there's certain stuff that I really gotta clear up. Mainly because I'm a huge Black Clover fan, and I rather see if you don't like a series, I feel like it's better for you not to say that. Oh yeah, I don't really like a series, but I feel like to spread lies about it and cap about it so much is something that I feel like you shouldn't do either way, because a lot of times out of 10, people who hate the series don't really pay attention to anything within the series. So there's also, there's probably a lot more that I probably won't get into this. So I'll probably make a part 2 a little bit later down the road. But or a revised version. But this is probably something that I kind of really just had in my wheelhouse, like for a little bit. But I'm gonna try to get through this and help you like see why I would say some of these things, and explain like how I would debunk them. But pretty much. Let's start off with the big one, the biggest one I wrote down today. Being good at everything, stronger than Asta. He's a prodigy. He's not a talent. All right, so this is the kind of the points I want to make. Really has more L's than W's. The thing is that a lot of people say that is naturally talented, but a lot of times, like, let's be honest, the first arc he came back, Mars was pretty much beating his ass. The only notable W's I can say that he has taken by himself is probably one of the generals in from the Diamond Generals, and also that witch. That's pretty much the only two fights that notably has specifically won and not needed anybody else to help. So within that, like I said, he does kind of have more L's than W's, or in. The thing is, a lot of people say that he's stronger, like, naturally talented. The thing is that a lot of people might forget that, honestly, was training the same amount of time that Asta was. And a lot of people fail to realize that you don't just get a fourth league grimoire and be just automatically great at everything you do. He was training his ass off, same with Asta. So a lot of people, I don't know why people like to neglect that he was actually fucking training along with Asta before they even went to go take the magic. So I feel like naturally talented is something that, yeah, he was pretty much a prodigy, but still he still had to train and stuff like that to even get stronger, and he still trains to this day to pretty much get stronger. The thing is that just doesn't sit on when I say natural talent, I'm thinking about somebody that like literally has had powers handed down to them, and really don't even try to work out, and they just they have a OP ass ability. Yeah, wind magic is pretty cool, but honestly a lot of the stuff in Black Clover would have not worked without people actually getting stronger and actually putting in effort to train their abilities. And that's what pretty much was doing before they went to the train, and he still is doing that with Bell now. So I feel like honestly there's a lot of cap to sit there and say that is pretty much being good at everything. And also, let's put it like this, I think a lot of people will actually try to agree with me that I think Asta is stronger than now. And I feel like that's something that's probably, I'll leave up to the power scales, because I'm not really a big one myself. So that's not my category, but alright, so the second one. The third one kind of go into hand in hand with each other. But I want to say that this point kind of makes me mad so much because it has to do something with this fan base. This fan base has been trying to find something to argue about and claim that there was there, so that claim that there that every idea came from them, something like that. But Asta is a ripoff of Naruto. So Asta, the biggest point I gotta make with this is that Asta's reason for being Wizard King is way different from Naruto's. Naruto really wanted just somebody to acknowledge him because he was a kid that grew up pretty much not knowing not knowing anything about his family. And even though he rules in the third Hokage, literally said that everybody in my village was family. That man Naruto literally was eating rotten, drinking rotten milk, my guy. Like, he was like left, but he wanted acknowledgement for being Hokage. It's not really that he wanted the job to change anything. He just really wanted to be Hokage because then people will notice him and people will actually, acknowledge him. So, but Also, the reason for being Wizard King because he wants to be Wizard King because he lived in poverty. He knows how they are treated, and he wants to change that. That's exactly that's his big reason for wanting to become the Wizard King, because he knows if he get that kind of status, everybody can be treated on equal terms and not be like the royals who got more power than the peasants who really just have no power and no riches and stuff like that. I feel like honestly he wanted to become that because he wanted to become, it's not because he wanted to be acknowledged as the Wizard King. It was more or less that he wanted the job to do what he thought was right at the point in time and thought what was needed for the world, the Clover Kingdom. That's pretty much the biggest reason why he wanted to do that. Like I said, both have different roles in it, different roles in their series. Naruto kind of does change a lot of people with his talking to Jutsu, but what I want to say is that Asta's role is kind of like Luffy's in a sense, not more than Naruto's. Luffy goes around changing. He doesn't really need to develop because he goes around changing the world. Like I said, I will have a Luffy video out a little while, like probably next week. But we also gotta look at Ostero. Ostero is to develop characters around him, and he also wants to change the world around him as well. Whereas he wants to look at he wants to pretty much be the person that changes everything. He doesn't, like I said, even though Asta has to, needs to develop a little bit more, he doesn't really need, doesn't need the output and import of development that certain characters need. So, for Naruto really, like I said, Naruto does change the little characters around him, but his role wasn't to change the world. It was more or less than just, more or less for him to, even though he did save the ninja world, his goal was never really that. And his role was never really to, change the world around him. He did, kind of, as much more than he matured, he saw how badly ninja was treated, but he can only do so much within his kingdom. So that's kind of what the biggest thing, like the biggest difference roles are for, because Asta is put there to mainly, even though Asta really doesn't have a lot of maturity, you can see he understands a lot of stuff better than other MCs. So that's also a plus for him. But alright, the third one. Black Clover is a Naruto ripoff. Now the thing I really gotta say this is that honestly it's been the same way with the Naruto fandom for a while now. Everything that's a newer battle shonen is automatically a copy of them or one of the big three. And I feel like honestly One Piece really don't do that a lot, but with Fairy Tail, but that's a whole nother topic for another time. But Naruto does it the most. We have My Hero being called a Naruto ripoff, Black Clover be called Naruto ripoff. The only reason JJK is safe is because a lot of people calling it the Bleach ripoff. You know what I mean? So Kimetsu no Yaiba has never been really addressed to that, but so like I said, with any newer battle series, any new series that especially have like I Got a Goal or something like that, a lot of people tend to push it on saying that Naruto's created this first, even though like we all know that One Piece kind of started that. So anyway, so but the best way I can say both series are really well different in the way they are handled. Point what I want to make is that honestly within Naruto, within Naruto and Black Clover, like I said, with the roles being different and things was different, the other thing that's kind of what's different is that the way that everything, the way that the world worked, the world building is essentially different. Even though the ninja world was flawed, but it wasn't like that. A lot of people, they didn't have some king and rule. They didn't have rules and stuff like that. And the main reason why Naruto was treated bad wasn't because of his society, more say. Well, not really because of the class restrictions and stuff like that. He was pretty much treated badly because the third Hokage was a bad Hokage, like in the sense of, well, he was a bad quote unquote, father or grandfather to Naruto and the rest of, because he was pretty much forgotten now that all the kids in the Leaf Village are my children type of talk. But other than that, let's get back to it. Also was pretty much look down. Also, even Yuno was pretty much, even though Yuno had the talent to back up a lot of times he was saying, and not only that, Asa still had the talent to back up what he would say. He's obviously a hard working and stuff like that. A lot of times they get put down because they're just peasants. A lot of people fail to realize their state because they are peasants. And a lot of the peasants that are in the Black Bulls always get looked down on because they weren't a noble family. And the reason why Noelle really gets looked down on is because she is a royal family hanging out with a bunch of people that aren't. You know, the thing is, because the class restrictions dictate who you are, and what you're supposed to be. The thing that is, when you see a peasant or something like that rise up to become a Magic Knight stay, not Magic Knight things and do certain things to help people out. The first thing, especially sometimes, the majority of the peasants are a lot of kind of more skilled than some of the nobles. Because a lot of the nobles I have seen, away from like the Magic Knights, captains, and a few characters we have seen introduced from there, a lot of them are really get beat easily, even with good magic. So, especially since they're supposed to have better magic. So it's just that, like I said, a lot of times they get put down because of how the world is built around them. The way that the system is built, around the world of Black Clover. But like I said, and also they're fundamentally different series. They're both shonen series, and both gonna have shonen tropes. But other than that, the way each story plays out is really different. A lot of people like to say that Asta has a demon and he doesn't has a demon and fox. Demon and Naruto had a demon fox. But pretty much the basis of that is wrong, because the devil resides in his grimoire, not him, because Asta is devoid of magic. Without the sword or grimoire, he's just a normal fucking human, with no magic at all. Well, in the world of Black Clover, I guess you could say he's not really a normal human. He's an abnormality, kind of what you would say, because he doesn't have a single lick of magic. But like I said, it was just more or less how the stuff was built around him. But honestly, the demon thing is kind of wrong, because because a lot of people bases on this, the demons inside of him. It's not. It's really not. So, all right. The fourth one is gonna be my biggest pet peeve. Somebody literally said, and I've been seeing a lot of a few reactors say that people were saying that it only gets good after 100 episodes. And that's false. Let's get one thing straight. Well, a lot of people were hyped and saw that, and Asta versus Lick was a good ass fight. But without all the build up and necessary that it took to get there, I really don't feel like you can call them episodes, godly by themselves. So I feel like, honestly, when you say that it only gets good after 100 episodes, it's something that's truly false, because a lot of people gotta fully understand the only thing that has only gotten better within the after episode 100 is the consistency of animation and art that was put into by period. Because I'm kind of glad they're not they're kind of getting their break from especially from this Corona thing. But I feel like all the build up and stuff was necessary for that fight to become what it was. And saying that it only gets good after 100 episodes, is you're pretty much skipping a lot of the great arcs. To sit there and say it only gets good after 100 episodes after you pretty much skip the set of the Underwater Temple arc, the Witch's Forest arc, Witch's Forest arc, the Tournament arc, which are all part of the L Saga, and a lot of stuff that's gonna help you get to know the characters better. But I feel like, honestly, we gotta look at this like this: the Underwater Temple arc is at one point in time before the F arc ended, was one of my favorite and one of the best written arcs, I think. Between that and then, you think about it, when you say that it's not good, a lot of stuff happens that are really great in the Witch's Forest arc. Vanessa's character development and the expounding of her character is pretty much based within that arc. And not only just that, Mars and Fauna, the Lajos, Fonzel, all the people that made that arc what it was the main reason why that arc was good. The tournament arc has so many things going on within it that is not really bad, because that's how majority of tournament arcs are run. They are run by many conflicted characters and many conflicted theories that are, happening upon each character. But I feel like honestly, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff within that I feel like is capped. For me, I feel like opinion is something that I really can't debate, because everybody has their opinion. Like, somebody could say their favorite color is green, and there's no way I can fucking deny that, because their favorite color is green. Like, but it's like I said, it's just, I hate cap more than anything, and I feel like if you're gonna fucking, if you're gonna, you know, give opinion on the show, that's fine. But if you're gonna lie about the show to make your opinion or make it seem fact like, it's just something that's I will debate and I will try to debunk. So this has been started for OJ with like a 16-minute video. So if you like this video, hold up. If you like this video, can you give a like, thumbs up? Well, that's the same thing. Can you leave a like? If you're new here, subscribe. You can leave a comment on what you like about it. Even if you dislike the video, you can still leave a comment saying what you dislike the video. But this has been Stark OJ. Peace. Stark OJ. Peace. Stark OJ.